Everyone, do something stupid.
It's like, well, I was just gonna.
Oh!
Oh, my bad.
There we go. There we
We're
go.
live.
Okay. Unintentionally caught Amanda doing something incredibly weird right there. Welcome, everyone. Oh, wait. Welcome, everyone.
Nice.
To the new Outworld Order episode
Dose.
number
No,
2. I tried to do something cool in Sailor Moonish right there. I'm not that.
Sailor Moon, dude.
Listen. Anyways, welcome everyone
Fighting
to
evil.
episode number 2, where we're going to be discussing what is going on within the Mortal Kombat community. I'm super excited for this one. Combat Cast has gone down. Beef is going down in the scene. And we got some, and we potentially got some leaks to talk about here. What's going on, everyone? Welcome. Introducing your hosts of New Outworld Order. Myself, just a mustache. And 2, my left.
You're right, the stream's left.
My right,
Yeah.
the stream's left, a absolute treasure of the scene, a Canadian wonder.
Oh, that's adorable.
Just a wonderful human being,
Aw.
ladies and gentlemen.
Oh,
Ladies and gentlemen,
Sure.
Jer.
thank you. I'm just imagining the stream chat applauding, even though no one's gonna write in the chat.
No, well, you have Plagues already immediately talking about your counterparts jacket, so word up.
That's
Hey.
no, Plague's the god. Plague's the god. Plague's the god.
Hey.
All right. Enough about me. I don't know why you hype me up so much. When we have
It's
Someone-
you're the
It's
60th
your
place
luck.
god.
It's
your
my
luck.
no,
job.
but listen.
It's
It's
my
your
job
luscious
as a caster.
hair,
It's my
dude.
job as a caster to make each and every single one of you look good with zero biastry.
That's okay. That's great. Like, but I'm just a Canadian. The person that's above me is a two-time
Two-time!
Evo.
One of the best in
The
Florida.
two-time.
Yeah,
Big-
I'm Big D, and then look, all you can shut up now. I've made my bed. Ekidus in chat,
Oh
you're one
my
of them.
god.
Alright, that's
Triggered.
been solid 15 minutes. I want you to notice how beautifully flat the
Oh,
blanket is.
all
There's
of
no
the-
bridges.
Those aren't pillows. That's all the junk just piled up at the top of the bed.
It is. It absolutely is.
Wait a minute, no, those are actually pillows. Don't make me show that. I will. I don't have junk in my room, right? I take pride.
Big D's bed
I
looks
know.
great, is what Ekidus just said. Wow.
Whoa.
Well, he was one of the people that blew me
Wowie,
up because
wowie.
apparently the first episode my bed wasn't up to his standards. You know, he made me look like I was Asmongold with like trash all over my fucking room.
It's
But,
so lumpy, Marwolf says.
to my right,
Ooh.
that's cosplay legend.
Damn, just that.
That's it. It's okay. We'll work on him transitioning to people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not a good transitioner.
I'm Romanova.
Woo!
I
No,
do
please say
cosplay,
not.
but I do a lot more. So it was actually just a blow up the other day. An article that was written said FGC cosplayer Romanova, and I've written a bunch of stuff at times. I don't want to just be known as a cosplayer.
I promise
Yeah.
that wasn't a blow up, by the way.
It's okay. I forgive you because you made your bed.
I appreciate
You're
that,
making us
actually.
look better this week already.
I like how I get props for making my bed though. That makes me feel like I've accomplished something now that I'm 27. You know, that's a top.
Lee,
Wow.
what up,
You
dude?
know.
Everyone already in here.
I poured a drink to have a drink when we started, but I drank it before we actually started.
Whoa.
So I gotta pour a second one.
I mean, I'm not getting up. So.
My bad. My bad on that one.
That's all right.
Anyways, what has been going on in the Mortal Kombat world since our last episode? I'm gonna let Big D do a little bit of talking here because what went down on the NetherRealm channel?
I mean, all right. So last episode was 2 weeks ago, and then since then we all know that the combat cast got delayed because of the storm, but then we finally got it. And then probably the scariest combat cast we'll get, you know, for us that have played MK9, is that we knew Cabal was coming, and that was exciting for some and very nerve-wracking for everybody else. And I'm sure at least three of us in here we're very nervous about Cabal.
Our butts were
It was scary,
they were
man.
Hey.
they were this when that stream went live.
Even
It was
as a
bad, man.
casual back then, okay, the ball sucked to play against. If
It
your
was the
friend knew
worst.
how to nomad dash, it didn't matter.
Well, sick.
And then, God forbid, you played against someone that had a hitbox. Like, there's literally no point in playing that match. Like, if they practice for a little bit, your Cabal can be good with a hitbox. Doesn't matter who you are.
How many people here of the three that played at MK9, and Romanova may have experienced this, but I'm not too sure. Raise your hand if you've ever actually been block gifted for an entire round.
I mean, I played Melina, so and I played with Rio all the time. So yes.
Stand 2 block infinite.
No.
Even in the last patch, I got block infinited with Rain, big hitbox character.
Oh no, I never got block infinited. I didn't play against people that good in MK9. So.
I got PTSD from that because you're sitting there getting block infinite to the point where you have to get a hit, and meanwhile the crowd is hyping up the block infinites. Like, what universe is this where people get hype over that?
I have 0 options. Yeah, get him!
Like, bro, look how good this Cabal player is. Just sitting there, like, all you had to do was practice cancels and instant airs. You didn't have to know any matchups. You just had to go through with that, and that was it. You just learned the execution. That was all you had to do. So we're sitting there getting ready. And then the combat cast goes up. I didn't have a chance to watch it because I had to work, so I had to catch the archive of it. And despite how scared I was, he actually looks really cool. And he looks like he's not gonna he looks like he's a really complete character, but he doesn't look like he's gonna be a nightmare. Again, it's early. We don't know the frame data. We don't know everything yet. I think it's gonna depend a lot on how they're going to do custom variations and how they're going to split up all those abilities between 3 different variations.
He could,
but I'm not nervous yet. Like I from what I've seen, I'm not too scared yet compared to what I'm used to.
I think he's still going to be pretty good. I mean, you saw like his normals look pretty good, especially.
Well, yeah.
What was scary is I didn't see anything bad.
Yeah, nothing looked bad. That I mean, air dash. Dude,
all three variations that they showed, I was like, that's great, and that's great.
Yeah, everything just seemed like super useful. I will say one thing that really makes me nervous. I don't know if you guys remember from when you were watching it. They showcase, I think it was this back one or something. It's a mid that touches you the second the round starts. Like round 1 fight. You can throw out back one, and it's a mid that reaches you. So, like, I'm not a fan of that. I don't like how immediately I have to be worried if he's gonna,
That's good shit.
Say that we got Foxy Gun back one, man.
Yeah, of course, Foxy all of a sudden.
Back one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. And I believe I had a conversation with Big D about this like immediately, and that was, what do you think we had to deal with against Ermac? All right.
Okay. Wait a minute.
Round one fight, and you got Mr. Ermac staring you down, going, "What, bitch?"
Now, here in my defense, it cost a bar a meter.
Shut up.
If EX push was a normal, I would completely understand.
That was, but it was essentially, it's kind of like a quarterback one at the start of a match, or all those great mids of the world. That is maybe a little scary. Do we know if backdashers have invincibility in MK11?
I'm not entirely sure. I don't know if
that would be a good question to ask the combat cast.
Yeah, if they stop answering all these other stupid questions. Anyway,
is Shaggy in MK11? That was, in fact, answered on this combat cast that passed, and the answer is no. So everyone shut the hell up.
All right, so then what about Cabal don't you like? Because I'm going to go ahead and say I actually can't stand his voice right now. I can't.
Yeah, it needs to sound more like MK9 Cabal.
I do miss like the raspy, like I mean, the guy got burned.
He got burnt
to a freaking crisp, man.
But that only affects the outside.
No, his lungs probably like inhaled all that, like have smoke damage.
But then the mask is supposed to be like a breathing apparatus, isn't it?
What do you want him to sound like? The 80-year-old hi, my name is Cabal. I'm here to fuck up shit.
Well, let's put it this way: if you go through some burns like that and all your organs are screwed up, you're not supposed to be talking like a normal person. No, that's not how that works. And he has the mask over his mouth, so even if everything was fine, your voice has to be so he can
breathe.
Yeah.
But I will say,
not to mention that skin without the mask looks atrocious. I don't like that.
I like it.
Man bun, Machine Gun Kelly looking.
Don't say he's Jabali looking. Did you see Jabali comparing?
Yeah, I did see that. Yeah.
Jabali's like easy cosplay.
We'll just have to see how the voice turns out. I'm not too picky about it. I thought that he looked fantastic.
Right.
The first thing I said was, "Wow, look at his hair."
Yeah,
hair was pretty cool. But also going back to the voice thing. Yeah, he did clean up. But going back to the voice thing too, we don't know if this is pre-burned Cabal or not. You know, this could be anything, right? Like technically they can make something like that work, right? Where he still joins the Black Dragon clan or whatever, but he skips that event where he gets burned. Like there's a different, you know, timeline where that doesn't happen. So maybe that's why his voice is like that. We don't know.
Also, Amanda, I'm just saying, go watch The Dark Knight, and Two-Face's voice didn't change.
What's wrong with Two-Face's voice?
Should only half of his voice change?
He also didn't have a mask over his face.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
you put anything over your mouth.
Think even Injustice when we had Sub-Zero join Injustice, and he has like a little bit of filter on his voice.
Right.
Maybe they will. The chat is mentioning that Baraka's did change. Already,
that's true.
and we know not to trust anything until launch when it comes to NRS.
Well,
games.
and that's the thing. Like
Right.
You know, we know some of the guys that do the sound, and like, you know, they're always still working on stuff up. Like they're all in crunch right now. I saw somebody from the studio posting a status about how his new stack of choices, Cheese Whiz and Cheerios straight out of the bottle.
Oh my god.
All right.
So-
Nice.
All right.
His thing used to be like meat on a stick and like Mountain Dew, but now he's moved on and evolved to Cheese Whiz and Cheerios.
Yeah. So, you know, are there things that you guys saw that, you know, looking at how the MK11 meta might be competitively, that we've seen from the reveal, from the Brazilians getting their hand on it to the Europeans getting their hand on it, all the footage that we've seen. By the way, the Brazilian footage was amazing. That happened in between our last show and now. Go to Killer Shinnok's YouTube, and those were amazing matches. His Scorpion looked kind of ridiculous already.
Those stance cancels were really. We don't know how plus or anything those are, but conditioning wise, you look at that, like that's sick. A really good tool,
and
like, you can tell.
I also don't know who was playing Sub-Zero, but I mean, I saw TYM threads, and I don't know names, so I'm not gonna blow people up. But there were threads like, oh, people need to change the combo system because they were watching the combat cast. Easy, Jer. They were watching the combat cast, and they were watching Tyler play Derek, and they weren't doing big damage. And for instance, there was Sub-Zero. All his damage was coming off of the crushing blow of EX Slide after the third one hit. And then you look at actual Sub-Zero footage of, you know, Ketchup and Mustard and the Brazilian gameplay. He's hitting for 300 no problem with a bar, with a launcher. Easy. Yeah. And in the corner, turns out his slide is a launcher in the corner normally. So I mean, he's gonna get big meterless damage. We just have to find it. Shut the hell up. Wait till the game comes out before complaining about combo systems and all that fun stuff. Let it be developed, because look what people are doing with just a day with the game, and just imagine time with it. So,
but it is hard to kind of filter out that public opinion, because at the same time, you know, NetherRealm is showing this gameplay, and yeah, it's a lot slower because that's just the, you know, that's the mechanics and that's the system that they're going with. So they have to keep that in mind when they know that, like, the casual fan base is going to jump on whatever they see first. So if it's not fast action gameplay with high damage and combos and all this crazy shit, they're going to be upset. So they have to make sure that when they showcase gameplay, that they are showing off like decent like, you have to do homework on the game you're creating and showcase the game as good as possible. Because if you go on and you're playing with Derek and everything's all great and you guys are having fun, that's cool. But if all you're doing is throws and slides and, you know, 2 or 3 hits, everyone's gonna be like, "What the fuck am I watching?"
Yeah,
and
well,
that's why Ketchup and Mustard, those videos are so good to watch, because it's showcasing a small glimpse of what the game really is going to be like. So it's almost like a misinformation going around.
And that's why I like that they brought in, you know, that they seem like they're gonna make it a thing now, is having 16-bit and like how they had Saucy Jack, and then they're gonna have like Dizzy. Like, that is so much more, like, I love Tyler and Derek, and I know, like, their fan base loves, like, them duking it out regardless, but it is nice for the, like, competitive community and, like, the main FGC to, like, have the, like, higher level matches, like, on there. So, like, them bringing in Bit and, like, whoever else is, like, a really nice change in that it seems like it's going to be a thing after what Steve said, so...
Part of me thinks that they did that because of that exact reason. They wanted to show what the game looks like at a higher level, because they know they see everything. The people need to relax. Like, the casual community does need to relax and just wait and understand that, like, what they're seeing at the surface is not all that's there. So to help kind of showcase that these people are wrong, they're bringing in, people that actually know how to play the game. I think that's their mentality behind it. It's smart, and I'm
I got
glad
to
they
see
did that.
really cool strings too. Like Saucy Jack kept doing the string with Sub-Zero where he releases like the ice projectile like right after at the end of the string.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
There's like another thing people don't ever think about, but like when you're testing a game, the meta of the people testing the game and the meta of what the game is going to be like are completely different. Like for the game I test, which I can't say, our meta is completely different than literally everything else that's out there. So you're just seeing like the small pool of tester meta, and then when the game actually comes out, like who knows, we could just be getting rushed down in the corner. Like we have no idea.
Yeah.
Like anything can change.
Yeah, we don't know. Even getting your hands on the game, I could have zero idea of what the game's actually going to be after launch and after tournaments begin at like Combo Breaker. I could get back from the reveal and say, oh, it's a completely different pace from MKX. All that shit is gone. You guys are fucked. You guys have to play footsies. We go to Combo Breaker, I'm gonna get fucking blended, like and I'm just gonna fucking lose my shit. But no,
you're gonna hit by Sub-Zero back one slide instead of back one two.
And then you just die because you get put in the corner 50-50 full life, right? We don't know. I actually could be completely wrong about my assessment of the game, and all of us could be wrong.
My early guesses are like the 50-50 is going to be mostly too with like taking the throws. Like that's going to be big.
That's so scary. Throws are scary.
Rushing blow if you tech him is nutty.
Or is it a forward throw or a back throw?
You just be me and you honestly tech throws like 90% of the time.
I mean, tell me what you drink so that you can tech throws. I will start drinking.
Well, this is the right kind of podcast to talk about that, so I actually chug Mercury. That's
okay.
How I'm able to tech. A couple people will understand that.
I prefer Diet Coke.
Oh, okay. I'm telling you, Mercury, man, it ups the chromosomes.
He's drinking too.
Listen, this is... Honestly, a lot of people ask me why I don't get nerves.
Is that SoCo?
Alcohol.
Not even just that. SoCo is your nectar of the gods.
You mean this?
I just can't. I posted the thing recently that was like, to my calculation, I cannot fucking tech throws.
I'm okay at tech throw. Why do you two both have a bottle of SoCo in your room?
It's just godlike.
What do you mean? Don't you?
I'm a vodka guy, man.
Costner knows about the Mercury chugging. That was all for Costner.
So what else went on the Combat Cast? They talked about... First off, I really enjoyed, again, from a more casual standpoint, of course the title match, but they gave Tyler his own cam, which was absolutely glorious when he talked shit. I really did enjoy that.
I like that.
Tyler sold that incredibly well. It looks like they were working with a new producer, a new set, a lot more buttons, and it looks like they're trying to get a better show together for the audience, which is really cool. I really enjoyed the addition to the title match, the Wheel of... I forgot the name of it already.
Chaos?
That one.
I don't remember.
Is that
the
it?
Chaos Wheel or something like that?
Yeah.
The Wheel of Destiny, that was pretty cool how it added in. It was almost like they were playing Test Your Luck live.
Yeah.
Which was really cool. I thought it was going to be a Test Your Luck match when they were talking about it, how there were going to be random things that they would have to do. I was like, okay, cool, Test Your Luck is coming back. If you never did Test Your Luck in MKX, that was a lot of fun. I hate to say it.
Test Your Luck in MK9 was good too.
Yeah,
dude, I love playing armless jacks, dude. I loved armless jacks.
Oh,
4-4. That's all I got, baby. Let's go.
What about like characters like Striker with no special moves? A train wreck.
A husk of a man.
That's what it is. A husk, literally a husk of a man.
Those are the days. What did you guys think of Devora? How she looked?
She was announced kind of as they went offline.
On Mixer.
Yeah, it had happened on Mixer. Everyone left that stream and went over to Mixer, and it was already done. And then, boom, look at Twitter, and there's Devora staring at us in the face.
I caught it right as they showed it. And I was really excited because she's a character, I think, from MKX that had a unique moveset, was a unique design, not just like another she's not anything like human. She's like a bug lady.
Yeah.
And
what is it?
she's
Crichton?
Something like that.
Tan kite. It's
Kitten,
like
isn't it Kytinn, something like
Yeah,
that?
Titan,
Chitin.
Titan, something.
I don't know, some anime
But
something.
Chat
but
knows.
yeah, her gameplay, you know, in this game, there would probably be really, if you think about it, like some with like the crushing blows and everything. He's definitely gonna have some really sick ones, especially like gross ones with like the bugs. They can probably like in the new engine,
Oh,
they
for
can
sure.
probably like do so much more like gruesome shit with that. So it's like really cool to see her return, regardless of what people think about her looks. I understand people's complaints about the looks, but one thing they need to understand too is that even if you're not that fond of it, there is gear. We don't know what the gear will be yet.
Yeah.
I have an idea that like it's gonna be like how she has like the antenna that are like they kind of look like dreads. I assume that there will be like different antenna plus like maybe like a lot of people like the hood and stuff like that. I could see like that being a thing also.
Yeah, probably.
Well, yeah,
You
and
know?
also the thing is that you have to understand that the way they designed her look probably caters to the fact that there is going to be gear in this game. There was no gear in MKX. If they gave the MKX model to MK11, how would you really put gear on that? Now you look at her; she has like patches of like not honeycombs, but you guys know like wasp nests and stuff
Yeah,
on her
she had
shoulders.
like a
She has
hornet's
all these
nest or
different
something
features
like
that are
on
probably
her
going to
like
be super interchangeable,
And
which is really cool.
and
And then you add in that tournament mode where it's probably going to be randomized gear like what we had in Injustice. She could look really cool. People need to stop looking at the surface of it and kind of like think a little bit harder before they start like spewing out some stupid
well, and I
shit.
think people don't realize too how hard these artists like work on these characters that are
Right.
like the people creating them and like using the programs to create them and putting the detail into them and the
Mhm.
time and hours. And it's like all that detail that you see on her in that render and everything, that's somebody putting hours of time into making that.
Right.
And they're making a concept, like it comes from a concept and they're bringing it to life in 3D. And
Yeah.
and if you look at it, like the general, like it looks so much better in overall aesthetic, like the smoothness and texture of the
100%.
model
Her
than
face is
than
fantastic.
MKX.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't know, man. I could go on, but like the new engine brings so many possibilities to it, and like people are complaining about the way like the lighting looks and stuff like that. I just think that's just for that render. I
They
don't
just
think
need to
that's the
chill.
in-game lighting.
Yep. Most of this podcast is
Oh.
telling the casual audience to chill the fuck out.
That's literally like the motto for tonight is like the casuals need to relax. Not to mention, she was a brand new character in MKX. They can
Yeah.
do whatever they fucking want to. Like she hasn't been
Yeah.
around the
That's what
franchise
I
for
was-
10 years.
that's what
They
I was
can
gonna
do whatever
get
they
to.
want.
Is that I like her coming back because they can do exactly what Big D just said. It was they
Yeah.
can do whatever the
Yeah.
fuck they want.
She kind of did her own
she's-
thing
she's-
too. She was
she's-
like her own agenda.
She's her own race. They have an infinite number of bugs in the fucking universe at their disposal to do whatever the fuck they want with her new moveset, and it's just all gonna fit really well into the new game and the new engine. I think even moveset wise, and the different variations and the customization of the actual moves themselves, they can do whatever the hell they want as long as there is not a plus 20 launching tracking fucking Swarmfest coming at me. I'll be perfectly happy.
I mean,
That will now crushing blow you
We
if you
can,
don't
we
want.
can
That
now
question
talk
flow-
too about like what we think her moves will be like, right?
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
gonna have a puddle, isn't she?
Which again, they could use whatever insect they want because she can just make it come out of her, right?
Bro. Do you think Decay and I were talking about this? Her neutral's probably still gonna be godlike.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, with like disjointed hitboxes. That's why Honeybee is probably head over heels right now, thinking he gets all his cheap shit back. That's fine. Too long, don't read. Stop being stupid. Wait to see more, and think beyond the surface. So now, what do we think about Kano?
It's Kano.
Kano.
Kano pre-steroids.
A lot
Okay.
of people and a lot of Kano lovers that may come across wrong. A lot of Kano players and fans of Kano immediately voiced that he wasn't like big enough, and I was like, "This man is shredded like a Julian salad over here." Looking,
He's just not beefy anymore. Now he's just lean and cut.
he was cut. This is and keep in mind that this may be a much younger Kano.
He looks like a younger
He was
Kano.
looking really young up here, and I thought he looked really good.
Yeah.
Before
The timeline.
Goro slipped him the steroids, dude. This is pre-steroided. When you were all natural and just worked out 6 days a week.
Bro, he's eating a lot of dingoes. He's eating a lot of kangaroo. Okay. He's eating that lean meat All right, and he's getting shredded.
Can I get Wasnator in chat? I need some backup here, as to if that was offensive to our Australian brothers and sisters.
Nah, they're fine.
They're fine regardless, but.
No,
I thought Kano was
actually,
okay.
kangaroo is like a pest over there. I found that out because my cat had to
Oh.
eat kangaroo food. It's like rodents, like they're overpopulated.
Okay.
So, but
How do you know this?
my cat had to eat kangaroo, and also one of my coworkers
Had.
is Australian. One of
They
my
can-
coworkers is Australian.
They can hop in like what 25-meter like distances at a time, and like I don't know. I watch Animal Planet. Anyways,
Kano probably
Um,
fought kangaroos.
and,
that's how
yeah, honestly, that would be a good way to that'd be a good training regimen. Just fighting kangaroos, and I mean, you get kicked by one, you're gonna toughen up pretty quick.
What if Kano has an intro where a kangaroo comes out with him?
And he just boxes it like that one meme of the guy
I mean-
getting out to protect his dog.
We're gonna get into the leaks later, but there was something there that might have suggested animalities. So
Whoa!
Would he be a kangaroo?
Yeah.
turn into
I mean,
a
you might as
kangaroo.
well.
That's what I'm saying.
What if he just turns into what is it, Jack from Tekken or whatever it is?
What if he turned into?
No, I'm talking about Kangaroo Jack,
What if
dude.
he-
We all know that movie.
Wow.
What if
Sunglasses
he?
and all.
What if he turns into a koala bear?
So he would just be
Sounds
high
like
as
he's
fuck, and then the match would end.
Some weird shit.
Just
Animalities were so
What
stupid
are your
back then.
what are your guys' prediction? And I'll be the first to touch on almost my same thought with Devoid, because that's the first thing I think about. I don't know why I think about this when I think of a character. And kind of, Ed Boon said that they pick characters based on really us, the players and popularity. But I really like to think that some decision goes into, of course, the new system and how they can implement it. Not really the easiest way possible, but the coolest way possible, in that Kano's moveset can be very cool because he has access to the Black Dragon armory, and they can do whatever the fuck they want as far as gadgets and all that fun stuff. I hope that he gets cooler gadgets in this game than just a dagger, a laser beam, and some grenades.
Yeah,
or
they
something.
never
Yeah.
really gave him like actual gadgets when you really think about it. Like he used his eye laser and he had stuff like that, but he didn't have anything from like a Black Dragon arsenal or like weaponry or anything like that. And we all know Black Dragon has all that stuff.
Yep.
There's, the gun exchanges and
Yeah, like a rocket launcher.
pretty much a black market. Yeah, like all this different stuff. Like they could really take it like a totally different direction with Kano. Like obviously he's still gonna have traditional moves like Kano Ball and things like that. But there's like so many other things. They could literally give him like explosives that he throws at you, or like literally anything.
Yeah.
They could go in any direction they want.
From his looks, it looks like he may be a big brawler, though. Just kind of calling it.
Probably,
Just from the
yeah.
picture, he looks like he's going to be a very physical, probably big normal, maybe even command grab archetype, like we kind of saw with Commando. But we don't know going into there. That's just some wild speculation on our part.
I mean, look at MKX with Commando Kano. Like they did a great job. That Commando looked like it belonged to Kano.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
just the way how they had it. It was just everything just suited him so well. He was shit talking during his grabs.
Big,
He had,
beefy,
like, these
doing shit
brutal
ton of
stab.
damage. Yeah,
Exactly. So they could go in that direction too. Like they
man.
did a good job with him in MKX to the point where leading up to further installments, they could go a lot of places with him.
Yep. So, what are your thoughts on Kano, Romanova?
On Kano? Well, Kano, I've never been a huge fan on.
I mean, he has a dick.
But he was tough to play against in MKX. So the one variation of his that I did like in MKX, which I know wasn't the popular one, was the cybernetic. Cybernetic Kano was pretty cool. It'd be cool if he has something like that, maybe in one of his variations.
Where
the game.
he utilizes more of his laser.
Yeah,
That could be kind of
that was
cool.
something that I liked
Yeah.
because I mean, obviously everyone started using Cutthroat because Cutthroat was
Damage.
insane
50-50.
damage. But yeah,
he
I would
really
like
did
to
play
see more
MKX.
cybernetic. Cybernetic combos were like some of the coolest to watch, even though it was not, what
Kano as a whole is a
people wanted to
fucking
use.
pain in the ass to fight.
Yeah,
I hate that character so much.
my hype level 5 out of 10.
So the last thing I touch on for Kano is that I know the speculation. I just want to bring it up just because it's out there that a lot of people think that it's Kano's son because of the scar, and I'm just going to talk about it because I watched Kano's ending, the end of MKX. he is training his son, in his ways, and the first thing he does is he cuts him along across the chest. So there is speculation that it could be Kano's son, but I believe his son has a different name that isn't Kano. But
It's
who
like
knows?
Kano Jr.
This is Mortal Kombat. Anything is possible. Anything is possible.
If that ending is canon, then that's a good theory. But like, I mean,
I'm just gonna throw it out.
it's too hard to say right now. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
good theory.
Yeah.
It's a cool theory to think about. I'm not sure. I think it's just straight up Kano.
Son's name is Cable, says the chat. Thank you. I'll say. But yeah, that's just a good thing.
Maybe it's Chrome.
And it might be Chrome. We don't know. We'll actually never know if a character is Chrome. That's what's cool about it.
Can we ban that guy for saying that? That ending is canon, but like Kano with an N. Is that a bannable offense?
You know what's funny? I was
You're-
thinking that exact thing, and I did not say it because I knew it was going to be bad.
Yeah, because that's actually I hate that. I just read that. And then by the way, they said Jared instead of Jarek. That's how forgettable that character is.
You mean from Subway?
Yeah.
Okay, relax.
Now that's scary. If you want to bring something scary to Mortal Kombat, bring Jared from Subway. Don't bring Pinhead. Bring Jared from Subway. That'll frighten the shit out of people.
Arguably the most disgustingly terrifying thing on the face of the universe. So
And just make it so he can't win ever.
yeah, just make him like the worst character
Yep.
in the game, like worse than Raiden in Injustice.
It's like round one fight. Brutality.
He just killed him.
He just
My
dies.
Stryker comes in and takes him away, dude. Like,
Okay, I'm just gonna remind everyone I
Chill.
want Stryker back in this game.
anyways.
No, seriously, man, rework Stryker.
Next.
John,
Make him a
since
battle-hardened SWAT member.
since
He
the
would be
last-
sick.
Since the last episode, John Cena did Instagram a picture out of Stryker because he kind of looks like him. Who knows?
A little bit.
Oh my god.
Well, you wouldn't be able to see him, so why would it matter?
Yeah.
I knew that was coming. I knew it was coming.
Where's the mute? I don't have a. I don't have
We're gonna
a.
kick her out of the phone call.
I don't have a mute just one person button. You're lucky. This could be what was that show on ESPN Around the Horn where I just like freeze her and like stone her
Wait, what?
What?
where she just gets eliminated from the show and she just gets frozen and then she
What
gets
if we
muted.
had seats like in Austin Powers where they like you it's
I
almost
press the
like-
button and
We
it
go
just-
into a fire pit?
in the Mortal Kombat movie, the Annihilation.
Oh, no, that was
Or Rip Rain, dude, Rip.
He-
Rain gets bodied
Yo,
in that.
Let me tell you, as a kid, that loved Rain. All right,
loved Rain.
I was a trilogy guy. Loved Rain. He was my favorite. Annihilation comes out. First scene, I'm like, fucking Rain! What?
And then he died.
And he's gone.
Shao Kahn's like, eat.
First off, both in the Annihilation movie and the comic, and in one of the ending stories of MKX, he gets
burned?
He gets burned. How the
Bruh.
fuck do you burn a thing that's made of water?
Sometimes you just gotta get cooked, dude. I don't know, just want to tell you.
He's slowly becoming like the Kenny of Mortal Kombat, more so than Baraka, because Baraka was the Kenny of Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Oh
Baraka
Like
literally.
there's like a million Barakas though, dude.
Yeah, but there was a million Melinas.
I'm
Yeah.
like,
She rarely died. That's
Don't
not
remind us.
when we all want Melina dead.
like
Nonetheless,
in the comic, Kotal shows up and cooks him with a god ray. It's like, you can turn into water. We've seen it on
You could have
command.
just roundhoused out of there.
and then gets cooked
Cooked.
He
All right.
multiple times too.
just do it.
Duh.
Yeah, you half god pansy. Anyways,
Are we gonna talk about shh?
oh,
She.
so
Yeah.
the last thing that they did on the comic, guys, one of the last things was that they said that they were going to be revealing another character. And when is that next episode, by the way, guys, for the Combat Cast?
On
Thursday.
Valentine's Day on Thursday.
Thursday.
Valentine's Day. I have predictions.
Who do you think? Who do you think it is?
Okay, so
They said it was a she, for those that don't know.
my ideal thing that I would like to see is if it's a she that's not already revealed. It would be cool to see Jade, and then also how they did the gameplay for Garrus like later. It'd be cool if they showed gameplay for Cassie, so it was like double girl power, because like we already know Cassie's in there. We just don't know what she plays like and like more of what she looks like in it. So it'd be cool if they did a reveal of a new lady character and then showed another lady character that we already know about to make it even more badass. The other thing that I think would be really cool, because it is Valentine's Day, even though it's not really a reveal because she is also confirmed, is Katana, and then also show Lou, since you know
That
they
That would be
would be
cool,
interesting.
That-
Actually,
I
that
mean,
would be an
that
interesting
was
take
a really
for
good
that
take.
comic cast.
Yeah.
Because they're
they love each other.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're-
there's
yeah.
a story
You
behind that.
show all of her gameplay and then you show his gameplay. It's like a double feature
And
for
they're-
lovers.
but they're also evil now. Screw them.
But now they're evil lovers.
Yeah, they are evil.
Now they're evil lovers.
They're the king and queen of the Netherrealm currently. If in the current story of
The
things,
Empress.
if you guys haven't,
The Dark
yeah,
Empress.
Emperor and Empress of Netherrealm. If you guys didn't complete MKX's story mode, please go do that, or watch the 2.5-hour movie on YouTube.
Yeah.
Which is actually fantastic. It is actually
Yeah,
really
it's
cool to
godlike.
watch when you
Or
just
watch
skip all
Club
the fights.
Codal.
Oh man, let me tell you guys real quick.
Oh my
Because I
God.
just watched the story mode back. Codal is such a pansy. in the
He's
story
awful.
mode. It's unreal.
They made him such a bitch in the actual game as
God
compared to the
damn it.
comic.
You want to
rewatched
hope
it, I
he's
got so
back
triggered.
almost so he can get some redemption.
Yeah. Give me comic book Codal that shows up and cooks people left and right. I want to see that guy that's cutting off Goro's arms, cutting himself wide open, burning people alive. No, we get this guy that walks up and goes, well, whatever's best for Outworld.
And then that's why Kung Jin. Dude gets waxed by Kung Jin and then asked to be killed.
He gets waxed
That
and
was
he's
the
like-
extent of his character.
That was the extent of the character, and then he's like, whatever's good for Outworld, I will do.
It was so lame to see that because realistically, he's a kind of cool character. Like from like his like presence and everything like that was really cool. But then they made him like just forgettable in the story mode. Like he really is just not a solid character
Yeah.
story wise.
Well, he's another one though that like had unique movesets and all that, so it would be cool for him to come back.
Yeah. And that's
Yeah.
another character that started with MKX, so they can rework him and do anything they want.
Exactly. And they never got into his background. They never got into his history of how he got
Right.
into the con service. I think they could do so many cool things with that. And he has so many things with his fucking different blood, sun abilities and things they got from Earthrealm. Which I don't know if you guys know that he was sent to Earthrealm to the Aztecs, and that's where War God comes from. Is that he was actually sent to Earthrealm during the time of the Aztecs, and really cool story. If you haven't read the comics, I'm not going to finish that story. It's going to take a while, but awesome to find out his actual backstory. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's a cool thing to check out. And like we said, there's always hope for the future with characters like that. You can only do Sub-Zero and Scorpion so many different ways, but characters that just came in a couple years ago, they have a lot of different ways to do it. Story-wise, gameplay-wise, all of that.
Yep. If you want, let's go around the room. We got Amanda's take. Who do you think she is, Big D?
Well, who do I think it is, or who do I want it to be?
Both.
I feel like that's okay. I think it's probably going to be Jade. That's just what I think it's going to be. A lot of people have been asking for Jade since the beginning. I don't know why. I think she's just not a great character, but it's just me. Who would I like to see? I would like to see Frost.
Ooh.
I am probably one of 4 people in this community that's actually really excited to see Frost.
Frost is awesome. I mean,
Yeah.
if you grew up on the Alliance, Frost was such a cool introduction.
I know
to
Scars
Mortal Kombat.
Unseen really wants Frost.
Ooh.
Frost, I think, would be really cool, and that's a character that kind of similar to what we just talked about. How like Codal and all of them are just kind of like new to the franchise. She was really only shown as her own unique character. We'll say 1.5 times because of Deadly Alliance and Armageddon.
Yeah, it was really
But
well.
that was
Yeah.
really it. So they could rework her any way they want to. Story wise, a little bit less elastic on that because she was shown in MKX a little bit in the story.
Yep.
So
Now let's take this. If she were to be in the game and then has Ice Clone, will Tom Brady play her?
no,
I don't think so.
he will not throw away his legacy as the Sub-Zero just to play a character with Ice Clone.
He has Ice Trap, make it work.
Yeah, make Ice Trap work. Call it whatever you want.
It looks just as broken. It's a Bo' Right Show fart. He played Bo in Deadly Alliance anyway. Get over it, Tom.
Yeah, it's basically the same thing as Borracho's thing.
Yep.
So, but that's what I think. I think it's going to be Jade. I want it to be Frost. I will say an honorable mention if they really want to throw us a curveball. Serena.
A lot of people want Serena.
They really want Serena.
That's
all I got.
She was there in the story quite a few times.
I don't like Serena. I think she's a really silly character, and I don't know her backstory, but I don't like her look. She's like this ex-Hot Topic employee
Anime.
gone
Very
AWOL.
anime.
Like I don't get it. Everyone likes her. That's cool. I'm just not a fan. But that's another one that I might think. So I don't know.
You're nuts.
What do you think, Jer?
Yeah, what do you think, Jer?
I mean, I think it's gonna be Jade. Like everybody else, like I don't know. She seems like a shoo-in, I guess. Like people wanted her since MK9. I would like for them to show Cassie because people know that I made Cassie when the game came out, and my Cassie was like godlike. But
So
but
you
that
gave
was
up
later.
your demo.
Sorry.
yeah,
The god of 16th place. Lit.
Yo,
yeah. But yeah, I think Frost would be okay, I guess, because I haven't done anything with her. But I would want Serena because I like the character's aesthetic. Like, if you know me, you would know that I like that in the character. So
Why, dude?
Yeah,
what is the fascination behind Serena?
He wants a small titty goth girlfriend, dude.
do you not see the type of girls I go for in real life, and then just look at Serena and tell me if you see the correlation?
No, I don't,
here?
Jer. I don't see anything.
Yeah.
Share it.
Don't do that.
No.
Dude, just drive down to your local Hot Topic and take a stab 3 times a week and see what happens. It's the same thing.
Doesn't exist
They
in my
replace
city.
them every month.
Exactly, so you'll never run out. The replayability is fantastic.
Oh my god.
I don't know. I just don't get it. I don't get the hype.
Dude.
Bro, you want Nightwolf and Frost in a video game, but not the emo girl. Are you kidding me?
Hello?
First of all, don't start taking shots at Nightwolf like that. All right, I'm not. We don't have enough time for me to sit here for 40 minutes.
Okay, that's
Bro.
fine.
About
You're
why
right.
Nightwolf deserves.
Somebody in chat's like, yo, let one girl be straight. What do you
I think that it's gonna be Cassie, and I'm gonna throw a deep curveball at you.
Don't say Shiva.
No.
Okay.
No, Slayer's an idiot for that. Sorry, go on.
Yo, give me a 100% reworked Natara.
Here. I knew you were gonna say that.
Give
I'm
me-
literally about to sign off.
Give me a 100% reworked Natara just from the ground up. But not gonna happen because we can't have 2 blood people.
Yeah, we already got Scarlet.
So I can't really,
I don't want to see another blood type vampire, edgy, whatever we're gonna call Natara.
And now I would
I don't
also
wanna see it.
hard. It's so hard to, because like you saw, like, because it was 16-bit, I think, that said she, and it's like so hard because like you know it has to either be like Katana or Jade with him being like excited about it.
That is true.
But
And
he's also like a super lore guy, so it may be like a deep cut, you know? Who knows?
True.
Who knows?
Yeah.
But I will also say that like a side one is I would kind of like to see Sindel come back. I've loved Sindel's gameplay going back to even trilogy. Like I think she's cool.
She's a character.
Sindel, I would tolerate. I'm not a big fan of her as a character. I would rather see, like other female characters, but I guess Sindel's okay. I'm indifferent. Like I'd rather see Serena, I think,
Now,
to be honest.
Hell yeah, dude.
With Jade, she would be a character that would have to be, I think, again, completely reworked. She's not very multi-dimensional when it comes to moves or anything like that, you know?
Well, they could probably go off of some of the mournful.
I mean,
definitely.
Mournful was Jade and MK.
Yeah.
MK9.
Essentially, if you wanted to play like Jade and MKX, you could do mournful.
So, I mean, outside the bow staff and the glaive, and the glow, what are they going to do with Jade? That's a huge question if she comes back. Is what are they going to give her that's unique to her own? They have to create that.
Yeah.
And you know what the funny thing is?
For a character that's that old.
Well, look at MK9 Jade, right? She was awful, right? But it wasn't because of her special moves. It was because of her damage and her normals.
She
Her
also,
special, dude, hyper armor for one bar.
she also-
in this
Yeah,
day
the
and
law
age
was
is
insane.
nuts.
she also
Yeah.
took an incredible amount of knowledge and execution that not a lot of people possessed.
Right. But like up glaives, low glaives, staff grabs that were safe, hyper armor for a bar that projectiles go
Half
through.
screen launching normals.
Yep.
Like she had some shit, but it's just all that stuff. The negatives still outweighed the positives. But you look at that kit and then you think about like a better version of Jade. That's really scary. That's actually really scary. But it could be cool. So we'll see.
And one last thing is that because I saw this, not only are they going to be revealing a new character on the next show, but on a future show, they're going to be having a friend of Romanova's, Shanna, as I was corrected before we went live. At Gray Meta on Twitter is going to be coming on to the Combat Cast on a future episode, not necessarily the next one, to discuss fatalities and what to answer questions about how fatalities are made and kind of show us the process that goes in, because the fatalities have been absolutely incredible so far.
Yeah.
411, going back to Cabal, best fatality of the game so far.
Free.
I love his
It was
fatality.
amazing.
Yeah,
I loved it.
That one got me so much.
Arguably the best fatal blow too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway. So if you go at Gray Meta on Twitter, one of her tweets says, "What questions would you like to ask her about fatality?" She'll try to answer them on the Combat Cast as well. I just wanted to touch on that on a future episode, as we will be watching this Thursday on twitch.tv/NetherRealm sometime, and at twitch.tv/NetherRealm. I don't know the exact time off the top of my head.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that, because I'm kind of a nerd when it comes to stuff like that. I like knowing like the process between thinking about a fatality, putting it on paper, putting it into the computer, going through the motion capture, and then seeing the finished product. I always thought that was kind of cool.
I have a question, and is that how do you continue to come up with a new way to sever a body and destroy a body? You sick, you sick bastards. That's what I'm about to add her on Twitter and go, how do you wake up in the morning? You sick freak. Just kidding. Kidding. I'm kidding.
I'm going to say, have you considered therapy?
Amanda's about to go off on me.
No. I was just going to tell you the tech behind it. They literally, like, somebody that's like an art tool programmer designs like an art tool that is able to dismember, like a dismemberment tool for the game. So like when these things like happen and stuff, like that is what takes place so that it like makes that work. And then like what Shanna does is Shanna is a senior cinematic artist, like animator, and she, you know, they go to these meetings, the ideas get pitched, then once the ideas are set in stone, somebody makes storyboards, they give them to her team, and they take all the art assets and, you know, frame by frame and all that stuff and everything. They go in and they key and animate and bring that to life in that like high quality, high render environment.
That's awesome.
So.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to hearing from her about that. And my biggest interest is with the game in general is my favorite thing is finding out the background of the sound.
Sorry,
it's flickered like 10 times. It's kind of freaked me out.
I just noticed that. It's kind of I'm not liking that. Anyway, sorry.
As we're talking about dismembering body parts, you're about to get attacked by Freddy.
Why am I blurry all of a sudden?
Okay, wait a minute.
Oh my god.
Happening.
Well, Freddy confirmed, dude.
Listen, if I go dark, call me and make sure I'm okay. Right?
It just starts flickering.
It's like, what the hell was that, dude?
Oh man.
Anyway,
a lot of movies start this way. I'm just saying. I know Romanov has to get out here soon, so if you guys want to move on to the beef, the 10v10, which really is just a number that was thrown out because a lot of people are in both scenes. It's probably not gonna be 10v10 if we're being honest.
It will be.
Ooh, well, damn.
It will be.
Let's go.
It is definitely going to be 10v10.
Come on, Texas. Texas versus Florida. There's been beef brewing for a while. They're the two of the biggest scenes in size of their scenes, I guess. Texas has kind of fluctuated throughout the years, but has a lot of players, and because it's such a big state, has a lot of different scenes, all that fun stuff. And there's been some beef going at it, and you know, we're going into a new game. I absolutely love it. I love the beef that's going on between these two scenes, and it's getting these players hyped up to fuck somebody else up and defend their home turf, right? I haven't seen that in a long time in our scene.
It's
a while.
Rivalries like this are so long overdue. Like, and especially now with the way how our scene has gotten bigger since the MK9 days, and, you know, production value of tournaments and, you know, the quality level of players now, it's just like, it's about time something like this happened. And, you know, it's between two of like the strongest scenes in the country. I'm not saying that, and by the way, I say this disclaimer every single time because there's so many people being idiots about it. This is not to see who's the best scene in the country. This is to see who's the best scene out of us two. So all these people that are in my mentions or in Aquaman's mentions or whoever it is saying, yo, but what about Alaska? What about SoCal? What about
Alaska,
like, bro? Like, this is just between Florida and Texas. We're not saying we're better than you. We're figuring out who's better between us two. Sit down, be humble, wait your turn, and get your own rivalry. Let us deal with our shit, and then you can come in.
Think of it like a bracket, all right? It's Florida versus Texas over here playing their match, and you're like, oh, well, worry about your own damn match.
Go start a beef with someone else. I know Tri-State won't stay out of our business, so put Tri-State and SoCal up. You guys do your own thing. Let us worry about ourselves.
If you think you're the best, go fight Delaware and have a good time.
That's the thing too. And it's like, yo, SoCal strongest scene or whoever. I'm not saying that's what they're saying, but everyone's saying their scene is the strongest. There is no way you can have the strongest scene if Fox is in a different state. That's just the reality. That's literally what it is. If you're talking about like where you were born and raised, Delaware will always have the strongest scene. Why? Because it's Sonic, Fox, and Dragon. Good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck, SoCal. I wish you guys luck, man. Like, I'm tired of seeing all these people like, yo, both these scenes are trash, man. What about fucking Des Moines, Iowa? Like, no one cares.
All right.
Wow, this guy's blowing up everywhere.
Big D knows his geography. Confirmed.
I'm just tired of seeing it, dude. You got some dude out in the middle of a boat in the tropical islands talking about his scenes.
Tell us what city and state.
The Atlantic Ocean on the 352 and 242.
That's the latitude 54.
Anyway,
giving out coordinates, it's like, all right, dude.
I love
like jokes aside, you guys understand what I'm talking about. Like, let Texas and Florida hash this out. This has been something long in the making. There's a little bit of controversy on how it started, but the fact is that it's been going on for years now. You know, jokes have been back and forth about which scene is stronger than the others.
Yeah,
it's time to settle that. You know, Florida has some giants, Texas has some giants. Let's put it to the test.
New game going in fresh, and it's going to be all about who. It's going to be everyone has the same time with the game. Who's going to win based on that? Not so and so stopped playing when it doesn't. No, all that's out of the fucking equation. And
you know what I like the most about this is that it's a month after release, right? It's scheduled to be a combo breaker as much as we know right now. I'm not going to give away all the details because it's not set in stone, but it's scheduled to be a combo breaker right now, which is 1 month after release. So there's already the talk of, you know, oh, is this going to show which scene is truly better, or is it going to show like which scene, you know, does their homework more, or like who learns quicker? That's all, you know. If you start splitting hairs like that, that means that Combo Breaker this year won't weigh as much as it does next year, which is not true.
Yeah.
This is all about who's going to be able to do their homework, who's going to be able to adapt the quickest, and who's going to be able to learn the fastest. That's literally what this is going to be about. And then you tie in all of the natural fundamentals that both scenes have to offer. That's why this is going to be so sick.
And what's going to be great is you're going to see a lot of, you know, depending on the format, I believe the format is going to be a certain way, but there's going to be a lot of strategy involved. There's going to be a lot of homework being done on your opponents, which is what you guys need to be doing anyway. So take notes on the work being put in, the homework being done. And I do love that the other scenes are getting brewed up and they're getting jealous because we have this beef going on. Big D can suck it. Texas boys.
You got. Let me just understand. I understand this is going to sound biased. Yeah, first of all, you're not even really Texas, but that's fine. We're going to let you slide.
Well, 2 years.
But you're going to sit here and tell me that Scar has a chance against all of us. I'm not saying Texas, I'm saying Scar, because I know you guys are banking on Scar.
Yes.
Anyone, just like if I was Texas, I'm hoping Scar does most of the work and everyone else just cleans up what's left. That's what I would be thinking.
I don't plan on
Scar is an amazing player. He's not taking out me and Gross and Samij and Forever King and Zyfox and Newbie and Vendetta and everyone else that we decide to put in it. Like, I'm not. Those aren't even the roster yet.
Listen,
I'm just naming you names that I know that I would like to have. On
he actually could. Did you watch the IPS finale? Did you watch him back in MKX?
New game, man. You just said it a minute ago.
I did, but
Scar wasn't popping until Smoke came out and Demo Sonya became fleshed out. So don't let me. This is 1 month into the game, man.
You're right.
You don't have DLC to save you.
I think an underdog in this is going to be Deoxys for Texas. Like, I think that he's going to be somebody that nobody really sees coming, but because he did so well in Injustice, and this is like a more like so far from what we've seen, like footsie based. I think that he's going to do really well with this game having that experience. And
I think Deoxys will do well, but I also I'm gonna throw this out there because he's actually like one of my personal like rising stars. I think he's gonna end up doing really well. Is King Gambler?
Oh
I think he's gonna go.
Oh yeah, King Gambler.
He's been up and coming like crazy.
Sure.
And
I think this is his cycle now.
There's a lot of young Texas youths that are becoming incredible players. The thing about Texas, and this is the thorn in their side, is that all of their veterans, most of their veterans are gone.
Sorry, I knew the moment I read that in chat, I knew Jared was going to type a response to that.
So you know, you're looking at guys like Peanut gone. You're looking at guys like my God, Evo Top 8, Mortal Kombat. By the way,
yeah, what happened to Peanut, dude?
Gone.
He's a married man.
Damn. Rip Peanut.
The family man.
White Boy's not going to be competing. All the KH games.
Really?
That's his own choice.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That was something I was actually not up to date on.
It was one of the things we weren't gonna talk about yet, but White Boy, being that he's been living in Texas it'll be almost a year at that point. He just doesn't feel comfortable competing in it. I was like, listen, Forever King and Zyfox and Saltface have all been living in Florida for over 3 years. I was like, they should be allowed. They're like, all right, well, we can have White Boy. I'm like, White Boy's more than allowed to compete for Texas. But if I was White Boy and I moved to Texas and I would be going against like my home scene, I wouldn't want to compete in that either. That's nothing to do with skill or whatever. That's just awkward. Like,
but again, more Digit. You guys remember Digit?
Yeah.
He's an Injustice player, right?
Yeah.
Shazam, dude.
Shazam and Raiden, ridiculous back-to-back games, not playing. All the old KH guys, KH Cat, KH Showtime, haven't seen them in a long time. A lot of Texas's big boys are simply gone, and it's really going to be up to the youth.
Yep.
To put a dent into all these Floridian.
But this is a good opportunity for them. This is the time where Deoxys and King Gambler and Cusco and like all these guys that have like been kind of known.
I think
this is their time to shine now. Because Cusco, I've been saying it for a while, is arguably one of the most fundamentally solid people I've played in a really long time. I don't know why he didn't like place multiple times in MKX, whatever he decided to work out with himself, because Sonya was ridiculous and his fundamentals were really good. So something was missing there. But Cusco's another one that's been kind of slept on, kind of like in the same way how we have a Ty that's like a really good player, but just for some reason has not been able to really place.
Now, like I said, I've been in Texas for 2 years. I'm probably going to represent Texas for just for the hell of it.
Of course.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't compete anymore, but I really want, we have a month. I'll probably be going in heavy. And a lot of people don't know that I was decent at MKX. I was all right. I think I have 7 or 8 top 16s. To my name. Jer, rest in peace. We're top 16ers.
It was funny. I was putting together my commentary reel, and then I saw you go up against Raptor, and that was a sick set. Yeah. At Summer Jam, do you remember that set?
So again, that was like Apex me. That was when I was godlike, and then
the prime Aquaman.
Yeah, that's my prime. Where I almost OCV'd the Noble team that was there. I lost to Illusions by a down one chakra.
That was so tragic to watch, dude.
So like I said, I was really good at Mortal Kombat. I suck ass at Injustice 2. Sucked ass. But I'm hoping that I can bring a little bit of power to Texas, because I only lost to Big D on that Texas roster in MKX. Ever.
Yeah, you have a couple of Florida scalps. I remember we talked about that in your stream a while ago. So you got some scalp. Like
Yeah.
that's the thing too. Would this really be cool if we knew the outcome? Like if it was like Florida against like I like Armed Calf, but just as an example, if it was Florida against Nova Scotia, is that really like, you know, when it's like when you pretty much know what's gonna happen outside of like
I did not mean to laugh. I'm so sorry.
no, like
No,
because
it's
Armed
funny.
Calf is really good, but then if he gets eliminated, who else from Nova Scotia is going to be able to take down all these players? You know, we'll
Johnny
throw in some
Donuts
each
did.
and we'll end it. You know, so
The-
that wouldn't be as fun. But the fact
Fucking
is
Trailer Park
that
Boys are gonna come in. It's gonna be Ricky
Exactly.
coming in and Bubbles and Julian.
Oh my.
But the
God.
fact is that this can go either way. We'll both talk all of our shit and throw our smoke, but like no one knows how this is going to go down. You know, we can say all we want that we have, 6 or 7 heavy hitters, and y'all could say Scar could beat all of us, in OCVS, but no one really knows how that's going to go. That's what makes it so good, because it's not like, oh, Florida's got this free. Like, no one will realistically believe that. I'm confident in my team. I told you on your own stream, Aquaman. I'll repeat it now. I have Florida taking it with 2 players to spare. That's my prediction. It's going to be close like that, but we're going to take it.
Wait, Deadly
I'm
Rebel. Okay, are you from Texas? It's making it sound like he's from Texas, and Deadly
Oh
Rebel
my
had,
God.
just he's waxing everyone in Mortal Kombat as we speak. By the way, but no, like I said, you actually
Did
just
Deadly
made me-
Rebel in Injustice play Swamp Thing? I don't know why I think that.
He did.
Oh, okay, okay,
He did.
okay.
I think that he.
I
has
know who Deadly Rebel
I think
is.
that he beat Forever King on War of the Gods with Swamp Thing once or something.
Okay.
It's something big.
I know. I think Decay played him at NEC the one year and beat him, but then they played like online, and I think he took like the game on Decay online.
So yeah,
I can't remember.
I think it's gonna be really good both ways. Like I said, it's gonna be really good. I know Texas is top heavy, but like I said, it's gonna be the biggest opportunity for these young guys to step up and cement their place as saying, hey, we're the Texas fucking scene. Because again, that wasn't there in Injustice 2 and MKX, even Injustice 1, where it was scene pride. That's been gone for a long time, guys, and I'm glad to see it back, and I like that other scenes are getting riled up. Let's make this a thing. You see Tweety dragging PL's corpse around. You see Vegas starting to talk a little
that
shit.
was too funny.
That was
Yeah.
that may have been the best tweet of 2019. And
Can I just
just
point out
started.
that Tweety is like a treasure to the scene?
He
Can I just,
absolutely
take
is.
that
Let's-
clear really quick.
Tweety, if you ever watch this back, know that you are a treasure to the scene.
We back
Tweety's
it.
had a great evolution if you think about it too. Like from start, like where I was a Tweety. I wasn't a fan of him at first, and then I turned Tweety stan, right? Like he
Yeah.
he came
He
off like as
grows on
too
you.
arrogant at first, and like just coming from online. But just like that, he like proved himself to like the scene, and like that he meant business, and that he wasn't just like a shit talker. Like he can back his shit up.
Yeah.
So,
It's
It was
sick.
kind of cool to see his evolution.
Yeah.
Um,
I just like how he's not afraid to talk his shit because he knows he wants to back it up, and that's kind
Yeah.
of like why this beef is like so memorable, is because that's what's happening here. We're both talking shit and we know we can back it up. We haven't
Yeah.
really had something like this on this level in the scene
in a
since the
very
beginning.
long time, since like
So
the first time scenes met up or states met up in MK9.
like
I think.
GGA versus VSM went
Yeah.
on in the hotel room right before final round 2012 pools.
Yeah.
That was something to shake the entire scene.
Yeah.
I feel like this is going to be on such a bigger level just because of how much like stronger the competition is, how much more well-known tournaments are in general. Like these are huge events now. These aren't, small, like tourneys that are in the corner of a venue. These are massive events.
big.
I guarantee this is going to be like Texas versus Florida is going to be a huge thing at Combo Breaker.
Yeah.
I've already had other people in other scenes talking about it. I've seen it all around, and they all want a piece. But sorry, dude.
That's right. This is our beef. It's gonna go
Yeah.
down. I'm super excited. And what would it could possibly bring back something that was sacred to us, which was locals.
Yeah.
And not necessarily locals in in the way that we're used to conventional locals, but getting your local players together and playing offline. Because like the first thing I thought of was I need to get the people that are closest to me together and get prepared for this fucking 10v10 so we can fuck Florida up and send them back to their gator-infested meth head swamp.
See, you had to throw in that. First of
God.
all, it's bath salts. So if you're going to insult us, you get it right. Second of all, gators are majestic creatures. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. Anyway.
If Florida loses, does Saltface have to change his name to Bath Saltface?
Oh my God.
I would actually...
Well, he won't have a face after that, right? Like,
yeah, that's usually how bath salts work, too.
Yeah.
So remember I showed you that article of the guy that brought the gator into his beer run?
I saw that.
He went on a beer run to grab Busch Light and then brought his pet gator into the store with him.
It was after I made a joke about Floridians having pet gators because...
And then I was like, that actually happened, and then I linked it to you.
Yeah.
Shout outs to Florida, man.
I want to interject on something really quick, like with the 10v10. So in the midst of all this, for some reason, I was in a quoted tweet from Too Easy, and he started talking shit about my scene for whatever reason. And we all know, if you don't know me, I talk shit with all my friends all the time.
Of course.
And I'm not sure why, like, Florida's third or fourth string, whatever, of players there want to play against my scene. But, like, we have one of the best players in the world who has more medals than all of OD combined. I'm pretty sure I already own Too Easy Soul, and I beat a tie in tournament. So I'm not really sure why they want to play us. But whatever.
That is something, I mean... Like, I will tell you this. That is something that I would like to see, but then that can't be Florida versus Canada.
No,
that's
it's not.
OD versus
Florida versus Canada.
That's
all
OD.
Canada.
No, it's OD versus Canada. Montreal.
Yeah, versus
OD
MPL.
versus Montreal.
Versus MPL.
Alcatraz was like, that rush is looking weak. Do you want to add in Honeybee and Bio? And I'm like, that would literally be overkill because people wouldn't play. It would be me, and then if I somehow lost to anybody from there, it would be Ekidus, and then we would win, and we'd take the money and, like, leave.
That's something, you know what, but you guys need to do some of that, and that's the kind of shit that I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm glad the main beef is stemming all these different rivalries that are coming out. Yeah. This is what we needed. Y'all, it is up to everyone involved to follow through with that, because nothing makes you look more like a bitch than talking shit and then walking away.
Tweety, this is why you're a treasure.
Yeah, why you're a treasure, tweeting. And that's not shots at QL. I'm just saying, like, so for someone like Too Easy that talks this kind of shit, y'all need to set that up. That's what I'm talking. I'm not talking about anybody else, but Too Easy and OD boys going up against Canada. And I haven't seen that, so if that actually happens, that needs to happen.
That would be cool if we could have that be like something to do. We're gonna try and maybe do the podcast at CEO. If we could have that be like a part of CEO, we'll have that be like the part of the podcast. We'll do that.
I know all the OD boys would never miss a CEO.
Yeah,
so
I mean, I'll be there.
Yeah,
so.
we could do the Montreal versus OD.
Right,
yeah. So
and then Aquaman and I can commentate it from the sides, and Big D. We can do a trio.
We'll do like the couch.
While Jer,
couch commentary.
couch commentary, and Jer has to play.
I would love that actually.
I was checking my soundboard. It does have 4 inputs, but just saying. But I do know that you have to get going, Romanova. And our time.
It's not. Yeah.
And this is about the time that we like to cut these. We do have one more thing to talk about. If you want, we can save it for the next one.
Let's do this because we were going to talk about the Steam leak. Ooh. Let's give people another little bit of time to decide if they want, to see what these leaks are. Because so the whole point we were all talking about this before we went live, is that our last segment of the night was going to be talking about the Steam achievements leak. And we all came to a conclusion. We were going to put out a disclaimer. Like, I know a lot of people out there may not want to. They've been avoiding leaks as much as they can. So maybe they don't want to hear about what characters are in the game that haven't been announced yet, or like what features that are being hinted at, or anything like that.
And that's even if it's true too.
Even if it is true,
all this stuff is like, when you think about it, all of it's speculation, right?
Right.
Confirmed.
So I'm indifferent, but since Amanda has to go, I'm cool with saving that for next week.
I can save it. I'm fine.
And we can save it too, because after we'll have another combat, cast.
Yeah, we can maybe tie that in. So we'll save the leak discussion for the next episode.
And we're gonna save it for last and give a disclaimer that we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna save it for last. That way, anyone watching can stop watching and not listen to the leaks and get anything spoiled for them.
Right.
So that's gonna do it for episode 2. covering the combat cast, the beef in the scene, what we're looking forward to in future combat cast. Just more MK11 data that we've been given by NetherRealm Studios, and just shout outs to them. That the Cabal one was incredible.
It really was.
Sick.
And then getting 2 more characters on top of that, Kano Devora. Didn't see Devora coming at all whatsoever.
No, me neither.
Yep. Came out of nowhere, and then Kano randomly happening as well. Just awesome stuff. And we'll be back for episode 3, possibly 2 Mondays from now.
Just keep an eye on all of our Twitters. Yeah. We'll let you guys
follow
know.
us. We don't have the thingies here, but
that's something Aquaman is gonna get on.
Mr. Aquaman.
Working on it. Sorry, I'm on my 3rd drink. I can't remember much from the conversations. But when this is uploaded to YouTube, all of their Twitter handles and links to all their shit will be in the thing below it.
In the description.
In the description on YouTube.
Professional, by the way.
By the way, professional.
I haven't been professional one day in my life, and you people still buy this shit. I don't get it.
BT
It's the mustache. It makes you look really businesslike.
Yo, shoutouts to Jurassic Park, yo. Kyle, we got him.
Dude.
Welcome. We did that the same time.
To Jurassic Park.
Oh
it's an inside joke. It was from the cruise we went on. That's a story for another time.
All right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh God, I'm crying now.
I can't wait to hear this.
Me and Jerk talk. We have no less than 7 stories to talk about from that cruise.
I can't wait for all of us to wear stupid Hawaiian shirts at CEO, dude.
Oh, I'm
very
rolling deep with the tourist shirts.
I will get bright pink shorts and obnoxious Hawaiian.
We're gonna rock all that stuff if we get permission to do the live episode. That needs to happen. 100% that's gonna happen. But that's gonna do it for us. We're gonna go ahead and get out of here. Keep an eye out on all of our Twitters. You should all know it by now, but we'll type it in the chat.
Mr. Aquaman just left.
That's fine.
Okay, well,
professional streamer. By the way.
He gets up and leaves.
Professional streamer, by the way. Partnered BT Dubs.
The only rule that we do keep is that whatever Monday we decide, it will always be on a Monday. It will always start at 9 p.m. Eastern. Those are the 2 rules that we will always follow. It just depends on which Monday we decide to do. That will be tentative depending on combat casts that happen or if there's anything else going on. So keep an eye out for that. More than likely, I would assume it's going to be 2 weeks from now, but we'll let you know if we decide to run it just a week from today.
Yeah.
I couldn't find my Hawaiian shirt. I went to go find it, but
shit.
I look like
I believe you.
Yeah,
I remember last CEO or CEO 2017. You rolled in looking like an extra out of Miami Vice. That was impressive.
Oh my god.
Oh, it was great. You did a good job with that. You look like you looked more Floridian than I did.
Yeah.
What if we all got matching custom ones in the back had like the Mortal Kombat dragon on it?
I would laugh so hard.
No, I think we should get Hawaiian shirts with our logo on the back.
Well, yeah, the back had like whatever, and then the front each had our name.
That'd be so sick.
I mean, if we wouldn't do this. Like, I would definitely shell out the money for that.
Yeah,
like, 100% I would.
I'll start hitting up vendors right now. I know some people. Like,
okay, done. Like, okay, like it's over.
I've got a guy.
Too much sauce.
Too much sauce. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching.
Too much drip, dude.
We're going to toss a host over to our boy Ragnarok for the night, who is doing his 1-year anniversary stream.
Wish him a happy anniversary.
Gone.
Really?
Not of streaming, of just Mortal Kombat Mondays. He's been doing Mortal Kombat on Mondays for a year straight. Exhibitions between top players. It's incredible. So shout out to Ragnarok.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, definitely.
Putting in the grind. Everyone, thank you very much for watching. We'll see you the next